What's up, YouTube? My name is Mo Richie, and I'm bringing a new series here to discuss about reviews for games I play. This review is going to be based off of Last of Us Part 2. Now, this game has caused a lot of controversy over this game. We waited for this game for 7 years, at least almost 7 years, you guys, 7 years. And I'm going to rate this game based off of three things that I care about the most, that's important to me, that I've seen this game. Graphics, gameplay, and story. That's how I'm going in that order. This is going to be based off of spoilers. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen spoilers about this game already and seen the leaks or seen other people's gameplay. So I really want to take my time on this video to discuss about this game, because this is a big game. This game caused a lot of issues for a lot of people. Made some people upset, happy, or just feel bittersweet, like how I feel. First off, with the graphics is amazing. It's almost probably the best game I've ever seen with graphics. It's up there top notch compared to other games like God of War and Red Dead. Graphics is 10 out of 10, no question. I mean, the environment looks real, the way the grass is, the way the environment is, as far as the lighting of the game and the way the buildings are shaped, the characters are made, enemies are made. Naughty Dog really took his time on the graphics. I had no doubt about it. It was going to do a great job in that area. I mean, it took them a long time to make this game. Gameplay wise, it's up there. Had a few little issues, but the mechanics of the game down to the T. The guns, the way it sounds, the recoil, the way you hold your hostage in place, the glass shattering, the movements of the game was 10 out of 10. Gameplay was on point. You can crawl through the grass. You can prone under the trucks. You can see through. You can hear your enemies. You can be careful. The way each step, you can feel the movement in your controller. Also, the shooting was amazing. It's realistic. They try to make it realistic as possible. I didn't play the game on a hard difficulty. I played it on medium. I thought it was pretty normal. So the gameplay was pretty good so far in the game. Now, what broke the game for me, as far as which broke the game for a lot of people, was the story. That's the biggest part for me. I'm a guy who loves a story. I mean, the company itself, Naughty Dog, they based this game off the story. Yes, graphics and gameplay are very important. We can live with the mistakes with those two, but the story was really what drove the fans to enjoy the last series of the game between Joel and Ellie. Now, in this game of the series, this was a little bit different, a lot different. I didn't read no spoilers or no leaks or watch any trailers. I only watched maybe 2 trailers. I kind of figured, name dropper, in the beginning of the game, how it starts off. You start off playing as Joel, after the situation with Ellie, after explaining to Tommy about Ellie that he killed the fireflies to save her life. Pretty much, he killed the fireflies to save her life, and he killed a lot of people. Yeah, he killed everybody in that pretty much killed almost everybody in that hospital. And he explained to Tommy how he made a decision and that he lied to her that there was no need for the cure in the world of Last of Us. So as we go along, play through Joel for a little bit, you barely get to play as him. No less than an hour, maybe less than 30 minutes, really tops. Depending on how fast you play through him. You get to the part with Ellie, and as you see Ellie, you see the town of where they're located at, and I forgot where they're located at, but in the area they're located in, that you see how the town has grew. You see how it's grown, and you see the environment, people. You get the chance to meet Dina and her friends, Jesse, and what's going on. Of course, she gets a few issues in the town because dealing with Dina and things like that, as far as relationship wise, but no big deal, nothing crazy. But what the most interesting part of being in the game, you transition into playing somebody else, this unknown character that we don't know nothing about. Obviously, she's traveling around in the area with saying where Ellie is. Well, you don't know that it's Ellie's area, but you're traveling around. We don't know who this character is, an unknown stranger. And we run into a few situations with clickers and with particularly runners, and we found out that as she's being saved, this unknown character, we found out what her name is. Her name is Abby, and she meets Joel and Tommy. Joel and Tommy hey, they saved their life. They saved her life, and come to find out that they were looking for these people. She happened to bump into them. What a coincidence, right? And this particular scene, if you watch my playthrough, this scene right here, man, this was a tough scene to watch. This is one of the best characters I've ever played as in my gaming history. This is probably one of my top characters of all time, besides Kratos and Nathan Drake and Cole McGrath. But Joel is up there. He's a badass. He was killed off brutally. I mean, he walked in there. I knew something wasn't right with Joel. I mean, in my opinion, I understand the time gap, the difference between Joel on how he's different now, but he had years of knowledge of how the world is. He's not going to just give his name up just that easily to anybody like that, or Tommy. When Tommy walked in, he mentioned Joel and himself. That was a bad idea. Tommy is a nice person, nice guy, but he also can be kind of ruthless too as well. But Joel is worse. And when they found out who the guy that was looking for, Abby and the group that she was with, they shot him, and Abby beat him to death with a golf club like it was nothing, like he was just a piece of trash, like he was a dog, just beat him like a deadbeat dog, like it was just nothing. I mean, it was brutal. I mean, we didn't even get to see the whole clip of what happened, but the aftermath of it was he was beat to death. And you switch back to playing as Ellie. She's trying to find Joel where he is. She finally finds where he is. He's getting brutally beat by a golf club by Abby, the girl that we played as, to for some reason we just play as her, and she kills him. Abby kills Joel. Obviously, Ellie's out for vengeance. Ellie's out for revenge. She's gonna kill these people, and this pretty much sets up the story. This pretty much is the whole plot of the story is a revenge story. That's what I'm trying to say. This story is really a revenge story based off of consequences. When you do revenge plots, it doesn't end well. It never does. It's succeeded in revenge. There is always a consequences to this. That's the whole point of this story. Now, of course, I didn't like Joel's death. I didn't like how he was killed. I'm going to just say right now, I felt like they could have did a better job. A lot of people felt like he could have did a better job. I do understand why that happened, because it's The Last of Us. Anything can happen, just like a TV show. They based the movie. It's like this game is like a TV show you're invested in. But it's only been one game though. That's the problem with that. It's only been one game, and we haven't had a chance to really play him in 7 years. It's been a long time. So when people expect to play as him, not even play as him, but expect to see him in the game, that's the main character from the last game, and you just kill him off just like that, like a TV show. That's gonna definitely sit. That's a big risk you got. That's a big risk, and I feel like Naughty Dog didn't accomplish that in that area with that. Now, as far as killing off Joel, I think they could have did a better job. I think that way they kill him was brutal. I think they could have been a better way as far as sacrificing his life for something. I mean, I'm not gonna make a plot up right now, but I feel like they could have made a better way to kill him off. Whether he was sacrificing himself to save somebody, saving Ellie or something. But anyway, that wasn't a good part of the game. I didn't like how he was brutally killed. I could have felt like he could have went out a better way, or you could have played as Joel and try to fight the group yourself. Play as him as he's dying. You're fighting as him. You're fighting as the main character. I mean, it could have been some different way they could have did this to make the game, to make the characters, to make the person playing the game play as Joel. But whatever. Moving on. So Ellie's out for revenge. She's gonna find these people. Her and Dina go along. Dina comes along with Ellie. Also Tommy, he's still alive. He survived. So somehow he got beaten up pretty bad, but he survived though. He told Ellie to wait. But little did Ellie know Tommy was gonna go out for revenge too, because his brother. I mean, who wouldn't, right? So as the whole point of the story is that both characters, all these characters are out for revenge, mainly Ellie and Tommy, and they're gonna try to kill the group of people that was with Abby. So as you go along, Tommy's on his own route. She doesn't know where he is. They're trying to track him down to help save him too as well, bring him back. Ellie and Dina are going to try to kill the group members. As you go through the story, you get to find the world of Seattle. That's pretty much where this whole game is going to be at, in Seattle. Now in Seattle, you do have the Wolves. That's the group that Abby's with, and her group that she was with. They're called the Wolves. They're really brutal. More like another malicious group, in my opinion. I mean, pretty. No, nothing different from any other group. I mean, the difference in this group from Federa is a little bit different, but they're more malicious. They even took out the Federa from the military group, and they took over Seattle pretty much in that area of the city. As you go through the story, you meet. You get to kill off some people. You kill a lot of people in this story. You do a lot of side quests. Some interesting side quests. I'm not gonna get too much to that, but a lot of interesting side quests. You loot everything. You pick up resources. You get new weapons as you go. You upgrade your weapons. The upgrade in the weapon was pretty unique. You gotta do that in the right time in the game. But as far as the story goes, it gets very interesting because as long as you go through the city, you get this. Each group that was in with Abby, they get killed. Most of them. Ellie kills them off. Like a revenge plot, right? That's how I wanted to see a revenge plot. She gets captured by the wolves. Her and Dina, well, she gets captured. Dina's escaped, and she finds Jordan, the guy that pretty much kicking her in the face, the guy that she slices face off, and that wanted to kill her. She finds him. She gets a chance to kill him. Dina and Jordan are fighting. She gets captured, and Dina helps Ellie escape, and she's fighting him. Dina's fighting him, and as Ellie escapes, she ends up stabbing him in the neck, killing Jordan. He got what he deserved. I didn't like the guy either. He deserved to die. As she's going through this process, she's got to locate Leah now, the next person. But as she tried to find Leah, who liked Jordan, she's already killed off. I believe the Seraphites kill her. Another group in the Seattle that we don't know about just yet in that story. They're pretty crazy because she got killed by a bow and arrow, I believe. There was like a bunch of people hanging up in a news channel building. I believe that was her that killed her or Tommy. I'm not for sure on that part. I still didn't get that part. But I think it was the Seraphites or Tommy. One or the other. But she's already dead. And she ended up finding photos of the other group members to track down that are still alive. Which is Nora, Manny, Abby. Well, Abby's the boss. Owen and Mel. Those are the other group members that she got to track down. Now, as you go along through the story gets darker. It gets pretty dark because Ellie does some things that even questions her morality. Her morality, like, is this worth it? She's still out for revenge though, and as you go along to escape from the news channel, you go into tunnels. You meet new enemies, new infected enemies such as the Shamblers. They're not too bad to kill. Pretty easy to kill. Nothing too crazy. They're more like a blow up bloater. They explode pretty much. You get close to you, they explode off of you. Don't let me get too close to you because you do, you're in trouble. You want to kill them fast as you can because they can be a problem. I had too much problem killing those enemies though. But the game during that part of the scene was crazy because as you going through the tunnels, through the train tunnels, what a lot about the gameplay this part is that you get to let the infected fight the wolves as well. You can make the infected fight the wolves. If you play your strategy right about this game, you can really use it to your advantage to make the infected fight the wolves. Which I realized that, like, man, you know what? I can really throw this glass bottle and make the enemies fight each other while I escape instead of just trying to kill all of them at one time, right? So that's a pretty interesting part again. I like about that in the tunnels. That was a pretty good mission. It was very scary, but I enjoyed it though. So as you go through the story, the tunnels, you're escaping the tunnels. You come to find out throughout the story, beginning of the story, Dina hasn't been feeling good. She's been feeling sick. For some reason, she was just feeling sick and ill. I don't know why. I figured maybe like, oh dang, if she had an infection, and she's not infected, but if she has an infection, come to find out, the homegirl, Ellie's girlfriend, Dina, is pregnant. She is pregnant, and she's pregnant by Jesse. Jesse's the guy that Dina broke up with. But she's come to find out she's pregnant by Jesse, because Ellie's a girl, she can't get her pregnant. So, and then come to find out during the tunnels, Dina finds out that Ellie is not affected. Now, Ellie did tell Dina that she was immune, but she didn't believe her. The scar whatever, she didn't believe her. She thought it was a joke. But in reality, she's not affected. She's immune, because she took her gas mask off. It was broken, and she was surprised. They both had secrets. So now they both know their secrets about each other. As the story goes along, Now Dina, she can't really make the trips anymore. She's on her. She gotta stay at the theater. You pretty much the theater is your home base in this game. It's your home base. You get to go back. You leave Dina at the theater and you go search for Tommy still, because the main thing is to get Tommy and kill these people, but bring Tommy back safely. But okay, so we on our own. We found more side quests, things like that about the area of Seattle. Nothing too crazy. There was pretty interesting side quests by the side notes. But as far as the story goes, the next person you gotta find is that you're trying to kill is you're trying to hunt down more enemies, right? But you end up finding you thinking that the person that they're attacking, the wolves are attacking, is Tommy, but in reality it was Jesse this entire time. That came to help Ellie and them out. It was Jesse, not Tommy. Tommy's still out there somewhere, but Ellie found Jesse. And as you found in the trailer, and I did watch this trailer. In the trailer, they make it seem like when Ellie's getting grabbed over her mouth that it was Joel, but in reality, it's not him. It's Jesse. So I didn't like that. I don't like when I don't watch trailers like that, but I feel like that's a big turnoff for me. You don't mislead the fans like that. Thinking that Joel is there and he's not really there. I get it. You were trying to hide stuff about the story. I get it. You can do that. But as far as like putting a whole different character in that scene, changing the whole scene, and that scene doesn't even exist in the game, it's not good. It's not a good thing to do. But that's what they did though. They try to. And the whole point of the story, don't forget, you guys, is revenge. Okay, is revenge. Ellie's goal is to kill these members. Remember that, no matter what the cost is. So she's working with Jesse now. They're trying to escape the wolves. They run into infected. While driving a car and everything. That was a pretty cool scene. Very good cut scene that you interacting with the enemies. And the game is fluidly. The game is amazing. 10 out of 10. Up until this point of the story, I'm enjoying the story. Despite Joel's death, I am enjoying the story. I'm enjoying the story despite his death. Right now, the game is to me, besides Joel's death, is a 9 out of 10 so far. I'm enjoying the story because when I see revenge games, I want to kill everybody. I want to kill everybody that did this to this person and accomplish it. I know there's going to be some consequences, but that's the whole point of it, of revenge. You're supposed to kill everybody, right? So, her and Jesse escape the area where the wolves are and the infected are, because so much sound is drawn and infected, and they escape into a lake, able to get out of the area and cross the lake. And you go through some flashbacks of Joel and Ellie, which is very cool. Joel and Ellie, you go through some flashbacks, right? And you get to see when Ellie was a kid, when she was talking to Joel, and the birthday came up for Ellie, and they go to a museum. They go to a museum. It's a very good flashback. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the game, because you finally get to see their interaction with Joel and Ellie that you didn't get a chance to do in the beginning of the game. You get a chance to go to the museum, spaceships, the museum, and look at the area. You get to see at the end of one of those missions, you get to see that she has fireflies. Fireflies are lies, and Ellie still believes that there was no cure to be made, that there were other people that were immune and they didn't need her. She still believes that. She's still wondering why there's no cure, and wondering, she doesn't fully believe Joel. So as we cut back to the part where with Jesse, we bring Jesse back with Dina. We bring Jesse back with Dina, and we come to find out that he knows. I believe I'm missing this part, but Jesse knows something is up with Dina. Jesse knows something's up with Dina, and Ellie doesn't want to tell tell Jesse, but he's like, is she pregnant? Because he's throwing up, she's not acting right. He figures, he's like, dang, it's bad, and they need to bring her back to the home because she's not gonna be able to survive by her. She's not gonna make it. She's pregnant. She's not gonna make it. So Jesse stays at the base at the theater to look out for Dina, right, to protect her, because she's pregnant. But Dina doesn't know that. She doesn't know that. This whole time she still doesn't know that he knows. So in the meantime, you go out and search. Your next target is to search for Nora, right? Your next target is to search for Nora because You need to get Nora. Nora is probably know where Abby is, right? You don't know where Owen is. You don't know where Mel is or Manny. You need to go search for Nora, right? So here we are. Now Nora is a medical supply. I think she's a medical supplier or whatever. So we go find Nora. We're hunting her down. We kill through infected. Kill enemies as usual. Nothing too crazy. Now the interesting part that gets me is the fact the matter is that you go to as you're hunting, as you find Nora, you find a medical as you're hunting Nora, you get a chance to find I'm trying to get this right. I think you meet the Seraphites. I think you run into the Seraphites in this part. Yeah, you run into the Seraphites, right? Now the Seraphites is an enemy. They're not the wolves. They're totally different. They're not a malicious group. They're a group that believes in this religion or rituals, things like that. They cut their heads off. They shave their heads off as warriors. They use bows. They use guns, but they mainly use bows and arrows. And you get to fight this group of people. And the Seraphites are pretty dangerous. They're not no joke. They're a pretty big group. How they alert people is by whistling. They whistle. They're a bunch of whistlers. They do the little whistles and all that stuff, which was pretty interesting. How they communicate by whistling reminds me of the Negan group from The Walking Dead. They just whistle. That's some weird stuff. But anyway, as you kill these group members, then you get to reach to the hospital. You find more wolves, and now you meet into the wolves part. And once you bring it to the hospital, you find Nora. You kill one of these people. You kill one of these people that leads to Nora, but she's not really important. Just a person you just see. But you kill one of these people that leads to Nora. So now this is when Ellie finds Nora. You find her. You find Nora, and once you find Nora, she's very disrespectful, man. I mean, this girl was disrespectful in this scene. I mean, she was on some savage stuff. She was crazy. Like, when she gets caught by Ellie, she just called Joel, like, she was saying that, like, do you hear his screams or something like that? I'm looking like, what the heck are you talking about? Like, what? You about to die. What are you talking about? She's like, oh, yeah, he deserved to die. Like, he deserved what he deserved. He called him a little B. He deserved that. And that pisses Ellie off. Nora's running, trying to escape. And as she's escaping, Nora gets caught in she trapped herself. What happened is, it's a crazy escape scene. One of my favorite parts of this game, probably my second favorite part of this game. It's a crazy escape scene, but you run into an area where Nora doesn't want to go down, a lower level, because there's infected down there, and it's spores. But Ellie gets trapped too as well. She grabs Nora as a hostage. The wolves are coming after her, the enemies, and she pretty much just jumps from the top level to the lower level and rolls over his ground, his pavement, everything, and they're infected down there. The enemies, they put gas masks on, and Nora is pretty much infected now. She's getting sick immediately. Like, the spores, this is my first time ever seen a person getting infected by spores in this game. So when you get if you're not immune, you get infected by the spores automatically. You can't breathe. So pretty much she's coughing up. She's trying to escape from Ellie. You get to fight clickers and runners between the people that's down there below you. I just do a big distraction to escape, but I escaped that area, and pretty much you find Nora. And as you find Nora, this is probably the most brutal scene of the game, in my opinion. But you don't even get to see the whole kill. Nora and Ellie, they're talking, exchanging. Ellie doesn't care what Nora's saying. All she cares about is getting the mission done. She's going to kill her, and she wants to know where Abby is. That's all she cares about. It doesn't matter what happens. So as you do this, Nora says she's not giving up her friend. She's saying, you know where he is. You know what he did. He killed a lot of people, and you still, you know where he is. And Ellie is not listening. She doesn't care. She is not listening on what's going on, right? So on this part of what this happened, she doesn't care. So what happened is that she just want to give information up. So Ellie, we as the person that's playing, we beat the crap out of her with a pipe. I mean, on some Negan stuff. Beat the crap out of her. I mean, beat her to death. Literally beat her to death. Literally. And we don't get to see the whole scene, but you can see the emotion in Ellie's face, that the revenge, that this is what has to happen. In order to get the information, she had to beat her down to get it out of her, even though she's dying. Which is some brutal stuff. It was pretty crazy. I loved it though. I loved it. I love the brutality of it. That's what's supposed to be revenge plot, right? So Now, obviously, she gets the information. This changes Ellie, though. This changes Ellie because what she just did, she just basically brutalized and beat a person. I mean, who wouldn't be different after that? I mean, she didn't enjoy doing that because, and when she gets back to the theater with Jesse and Dina, her hands are shaking. She's literally shaking, blood everywhere, all blood everywhere. And she's literally like, she's kind of bursting. She's so much in pain as far as being beaten up and brutalized. You can see her back is all tore up. She's been through hell on earth pretty much to get this information. And now she finally know where Abby is. She's in the aquarium. So now our next goal is to go to aquarium. But what happened is, as time goes along, you try to go to the aquarium. You run into some difficulties and things like that, trying to get the boat, this and that. But before you get the boat, Jesse comes along. Now, this is a big decision. This is the part right here where kind of questions Ellie's moral. Not moral, but questions is what she doing is really necessary. Is this really that important? Because Jesse and Ellie, they come to the decision to find out that that Tommy could be in trouble. They heard the wolves are attacking somebody, and I think it's Tommy. That's what Jesse said. He said, hey, this could be Tommy. This could be him. Ellie doesn't believe it. Ellie like, he be okay. Take care of herself. We got to kill Abby. That's her main mission, is to kill Abby. That's all she cares about. But in reality, this is losing sight of protecting Tommy, though. Because what's the whole point of killing Abby if you lose somebody else, right? That's all the revenge plot. So, and Jesse decided, hey, look, you on your own. Look, I'm going to go save Tommy, whether you like it or not. You come with me or not. And she's like, look, I'm not saving you again if you get caught up. You know, this is on you. So, that was a crazy decision. I didn't like that. But it's part of the story. It wasn't a big bad decision, but it's just like, dang, you know, this is where we come to now. This is what Ellie's changing into. She's changing. So you get to the part where you go through this hoops and loops to kill the wolves again and get this and kill the Seraphites too, because they're on boats as well. You got the boat, you're driving around, get the boat and everything, and we finally get there. And once we do get there, got to the aquarium. You get through the aquarium. Now, as soon as you open the door, you see a dog just come rushing at you. A dog comes rushing at you right away through the aquarium. Comes rushing at you. You kill the dog. You kill a dog. Boom, got a dog. Dog is killed. Now, this whole time we still haven't found Abby just yet. Now we do see blood everywhere in the aquarium, and now we do. Once we reach into this place where you do like operation at, you see blood everywhere. You don't know what's going on, and then you hear people yelling back and forth, which is Mel and Owen. So we see Mel and Owen, and when we see Mel and Owen, we what happened is that Ellie points the gun at them, both of them. Now she's gonna pull a Joel move. This is what Joel used to do. He used to make the other person sit far back and make the other person come closer and ask them a question, will show them something that they can't see the answer to, and see if it matches up with the other person, right? If I explain that correctly. So it's a pretty good tactic. She pulls Mel closer, asking her, where's Abby? Come here. You know, and Mel, mind you, Mel is pregnant now. She is pregnant. Now, this upsets Abby as well, but, you know, she's not right here right now. But Ellie doesn't know this. Ellie does not know that Mel is pregnant. She does not know this. She can't see her because she's wearing a jacket. You don't see the baby bump. So she's telling her to bring her closer. As the gun gets closer, Owen approaches Ellie, and he tries to grab the gun, but she ends up shooting him. She shot him because he tried to fight back. Ends up shooting him. Now, when she shoots him, Mel attacks, right? He's hurt really bad. Mel attacks his girlfriend. She attacks, and she tries to fight Ellie. Pregnant woman trying to fight Ellie. Now, we all know Ellie too strong. She ain't about to let this happen. So she ends up stabbing Mel in the neck, end up killing her. Now, as Ellie grabs a gun and goes to Owen, asking him, where is Abby? He doesn't give up where she is because he's dying. He just says she was pregnant. You know, she's pregnant. And then Ellie's like, what the heck? What does he mean by that? And they say, she realized Mel was pregnant. The girl was pregnant, and she killed a pregnant woman, which changes Abby. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty cruel. But to be honest with you guys, I'm so attached to Joel and Ellie, that didn't change my feelings at all. I didn't care about it. I didn't care. I didn't care. My main focus of the whole game, with my gameplay, was to kill those members. Anybody that was involved gotta die. I don't care if you good, bad. It don't matter. You gotta pay. I'm avenging Joe. I'm telling you guys, when you watch my gameplay, I'm talking about avenging him. I was pretty pissed off about how Joel was killed, but I wanted to avenge him. I wanted to kill all those members brutally as possible. So, hey, it is what it is. Look, she got killed. Okay, so what? All right, moving on to now. It is pretty messed up. She was pregnant, but hey, look. Hey, you could have stopped it. Hey, look, it's a game. I get it. Move on. So we on to the next part. Now, as she's shocked and awe, Tommy and Jesse finds Ellie, killing them, and they head back to the theater. However, this is a key moment right here, you guys, which I noticed too. I didn't really notice it until she forgot the map. She forgot the map. I was wondering why they were showing that map in the blood. She left the map on the ground. She should never did that. Never leave that map on the ground. So we go into the theater. Tommy was like, hey, look, hey, look, they got what they deserve. Are you good with that? Look, we can't find Abby, but look, we're going to go back home now. They got what they deserve. Hey, it is what it is. We did what we supposed to do. We killed most of these people. Are you good with leaving Abby alive? And Ellie's like, yeah. Hey, look, we couldn't find her, but hey, look, she's dead. We're still alive. We keep moving on, Now, Tommy goes back because Jesse's saying that he ain't got real gold or whatever about the chain, the little gold thing. Some gold he found for his wife. I guess a gold necklace, I believe, or a ring found for his wife, Maria. I think his wife is Maria. Yeah, trying to find him something. And he heads back to the main area, the main front lobby of the theater, and they hear some ruckus going on, some sound going on. And we know who the sound is. We know what time it is. This the real deal. I'm thinking this almost ended the game. We come back. And mind you that this is like at least almost 20 hours into the game, you guys. This is like almost at least 20 hours, I believe, into the game. And this game like almost like 20 hours into the game by now. We into the game about 20 hours in. This takes a long time to get to. So we get there. And next thing you know, we see Abby. We rushed in with Jesse. Boom. Abby's right there. She got a gun. She shoots Jesse. She kills Jesse. She kills him. Oh, man, I love Jesse, man. He was a good character, man. Why all the dudes gotta die, man? I don't understand about Naughty Dog. Stop killing these dudes, man. What's wrong with... Why the dudes get killed so much? I don't get it. I don't understand that part. The dudes getting killed way too much. These fathers getting killed. They gotta fix that, man. I mean, it kind of sucks, man, to see these dudes just get killed off like this or get brutalized. I mean, come on, man. So he gets killed, man. I really like Jesse, man. He was gonna be a good father. He was a good character. He wasn't a bad guy. He was just trying to help his friends. But that's the consequences, though, of revenge. That's what happened. That's one of the consequences. She lost a friend. She killed all those people, and she ended up losing somebody that she cared about, and so has Dina. So at this moment, Abby has Tommy on the ground. She got a drop on Tommy. She got a drop on him. He has him on the ground, pointing a gun at Tommy. And Ellie has a gun saying, hey, look. Ellie's telling Ellie, surrender. Throw your gun away right now or I kill this dude too. And Abby ain't playing no game. She ain't playing no game. She's the real dude. She's a tomboy, muscular build. Now, a lot of people don't like her body build. It was kind of a little strange a little bit how big she was. I get it. They're trying to show that she's dominant. Things like that. It is a little weird. She's not an ugly character or nothing like that. It's just the body figure. I don't know what they was trying to pull off, but whatever. I guess they're trying to show that she's strong. But you can be skinny and still be strong too as a woman. But I guess they really want to show how strong she is as a different figure on how her play style is. So anyway, you get the at this moment right here, they point to Abby's telling Ellie, say, hey, we let you live, but you killed my friends and you just wasted it. And she points the gun at Ellie like she's finna shoot her, and the screen just cuts off. I'm looking like, what the heck? Is this the end of the game? I'm like, what the hell just happened? What the heck just happened? Is the end of the game? The game over there like that? Dude, what's gonna happen? Where's Dina? Where's Tommy? Did somebody die? Lo and behold, this part again right here, this is the part of the game where they loses me at. This is where the game went down for me, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. This is the game where I had to stomach the part in to play as his character. Now, be mindful. I do not hate Abby. I want to kill Abby, don't get me wrong. I want to kill her. I don't hate Abby as a character. I believe she's a good character in the game. It's just that, why we gotta play as her? Why we gotta play as her? We playing as Joel's. But I get it though. Naughty Dog. I understand what they're trying to do. They want us to see the story of Abby, but Naughty Dog has to realize that when you do this move right here, you're gonna have a lot of problems, because not only that, Abby killed Joel, but now we gotta play as Joel's killer. Nobody don't want to do that. Nobody doesn't care about her. I didn't even care about her, to be honest with you. I didn't care about nobody. The more I sit back and watch other people play the game and rush reviews and have my own input, after these weeks have passed, to be honest with you guys, I didn't care about Abby. I didn't care about her group. I want all of them to suffer. I knew there was gonna be some consequences of doing this, which is the whole point of revenge, right? It's a fool's game, quote Arthur Morgan. But it is what it is, you know. I didn't want to play as her, but we got to play as Abby. We play a flashback scene of her dad and the zebra. You know, dad's a doctor. He was a doctor. He was a firefly. We see Owen. We see Manny, and we end up finding out that, you know, Abby was telling that, you know, they had to make this. We get to see Mel too. Mel was in the game too. We get to see Mel and them saying, "Hey, look." Mel didn't want to go through with this. Mel didn't want to do this. Actually, she didn't want to do this, which was crazy. That was an interesting part of the story I did like. She didn't want to go through it because she actually raised this child. She watched her grow up. She watched her mama. So she actually didn't want to go through this. But Abby was like, "Hey, look, if it was me, I would want you to go deal with it." But Ellie's not conscious. You can't ask her that. They had to make a decision right now. Joel's just like, "Okay, look, you're about to kill her. You're not gonna let this happen." You know what I mean? Because he brought her all the way part of this to find out that she gotta be killed off. He not letting that slide. This is Joel we're talking about here. He lost his daughter. He not letting that slide. You got this like a daughter to him. He not gonna let the world take his daughter again. You know, the world's already going to hell. You might let him keep it going because he not gonna let it happen again. So obviously we know what happens. The doctors get killed. Joel kills the doctor. He kills pretty much everybody in that building, almost everybody. All the fireflies, savagely, trying to save Ellie. And obviously there's some repercussions to that. I get it though. He had it coming. Joel had it coming. I knew he was gonna die eventually because he had it coming to him. Because he killed a lot of people even before the fireflies that we don't know about. He had it coming though, because he used to be a hunter. He used to be a good guy, a bad guy, and a hunter. He used to do a lot of those things, so he know how the world works. But I feel like he could have went out a badass way. You know, it's Joel, man. He's tough. He should have went out a way that he sacrificed people. You know what I mean? Or something like fought a bunch of infected or something like that. Whatever. They could have been a better way to kill him off. But anyway, enough of Joel. We find out that Abby's dad is killed by Joel. Obviously, she's upset. She's angry. She wants revenge. I get it. Nobody doesn't care though. It's not about we don't care about Abby. A lot of people don't care about Abby. You know, because this is the first time we see as Abby. Now, if they would have made a game based off of part 2, just Abby alone, playing a different character, I get that. Then we'd have been like, oh man, who is this character's cool? You know, we make a story up for her. Man, we come to find out she meets Ellie. Somehow they become good friends. Hey, next thing you know, we finally figure out, you know, we're trying to figure out, man, who killed her dad? You know, who killed Abby's dad? You know, what was he like? He was a doctor. You know, as we get nits and bits and pieces about the story, we kind of found out Abby's dad is the firefly that Joel killed. She's looking for the murder of her dad. But this whole entire time, she finally meets them. She didn't know that Ellie was associated with this dude. You see what I'm saying? That would have been a great story, man. They could have wrote it. I mean, hey, I could have wrote this story, but I'm trying to make this review too long, but it is what it is. So anyway, as we go through the story of this part, we play flashbacks with Abby. I really wasn't really interested in that. I get it. We meet new people she's trying to protect. They're really trying to show the good side of Abby, because after what she killed Joel, she didn't feel bad killing Joel, but she felt the repercussions of it because she was turning into a bad person. How she brutalized, killed him. Pretty much, the whole point is that we see Abby trying to become a good person after she killing Joel. After you see her revenge, she meets some new people that are Seraphites who are having problems and issues. A person named is Lev, going through a phase of transgender, I believe. Another person named is Yar, which is the sister of Lev, him. So we go through that whole part of Seraphites and things like that. I really wasn't too crazy over it, because I realized I've been playing this game, constantly keep playing. You know, I want to get back to the part where it happened between Abby and Ellie to see what happens. But I had a stomach of playing as Abby's killer, which I didn't really have no sympathy for. I didn't. She had it coming to her. I didn't really care about her because I didn't grow up as playing as Joel as Abby. I grew up playing as Joel and Ellie after 7 years. I don't think Naughty Dog understood that People been waiting to play these people for 7 years. So we play as Abby. We do a lot of things. Abby has interesting weapons, more interesting weapons than Ellie does for some reason. I don't know why. Abby had more cool parts than Ellie, which I didn't like that. I feel like Ellie could have had more better parts because she's the best character in the game. People love playing as her. Abby had better guns, had better stuff. Only thing that was different between, and you can see the key difference between Abby and Ellie, which is a good thing in the gameplay. Abby's more aggressive, military, strong. Ellie is more stealth, low key, quiet. And you can see the gunplay at different wise. Abby has shotguns. Ellie has this. Abby has a flamethrower. Ellie has this explosive crossbow. Explosive bow. You know, it had different things, different play style, which is cool and all. And you can see they try to make the similarity between Joel and Ellie with Abby and Lev throughout the story. Now, as you play through the story with Abby and Lev, you get to see the side of characters of Mel and all of them and all these people, which I don't really care about. Now, the interesting part of the story, I'm gonna get to the interesting part. The interesting part of the story is when you get to see as you meet up with Manny. Obviously Abby and Owen are going through things, and you get to see Isaac, who the leader is of the wolves and all that stuff. Don't really care about it, but we get to see Abby and Manny. Now she meets up with Manny after trying to save the Seraphites, saving Lev and Yara. You meet up with her and meet up with Manny, and Manny is being attacked by a sniper. Now this sniper is a shooter like no how. Now in one of the flashbacks with Ellie and Tommy were training together to snipe. And Tommy is an expert sniper. So is Joel. But Tommy's up there though as a killer too. And kind of find out that sniper happens to be Tommy that is shooting Ellie and Abby. And we don't get a chance to see this person until the very end of the scene where we're fighting him, and Manny gets killed off. Manny dies. He had it coming. I'm glad he died. He deserved it. He deserved to get killed off. He got killed really bad. Got shot in the head quick and clean. Tommy is no joke. I mean, this dude right here was shooting heads off, man. I can see why he's Joel's brother. I'm hoping we get to play as Tommy in the future, but we'll see about that. So Tommy kills Manny. He got revenge on him, and he killed another guy too. I forgot his name, but he killed him pretty bad too. This other group member, but whatever. He kills Manny, and what happened is Abby gets to fight Tommy. She almost loses, but Yara saves her. She ends up cutting Tommy in the back, and then Abby was able to get the jump on him and turn him around and push him over the rail into the water. And that's how Tommy looks all wet and damp when he finds Ellie. So Yara asks, "Who's that person? You know, who's that guy?" Abby's looking like, "Don't worry about it, nobody." You know, knowing that her past is trying to catch up to her. You see how revenge works. You know, you do these things, the consequences happen. So now, when her friend's been killed off, and come to find out, Abby was able to, as she's trying to rescue Lev with Yara, they rescue. You know, Yara gets killed along in the process, which is sad. I did care about Yara a lot. I actually like Yara. Out of all the members in of Abby's story, I like Yara the most because she was a sister. She was young, and all she was trying to do was look out for her brother and take care of him. She lost an arm. I mean, Yara was tough. She ended up getting shot and killed by the wolves, but she ends up saving Abby and Lev by shooting Isaac in the chest. It was a confrontation they had. She ended up shooting Isaac in the chest, and she killed the leader, but she ended up dying as well. She was already going to die anyway. But I didn't care about. I like that part of that story because she sacrificed herself. Now, as far as Abby and Lev, you escape the whole area of the island of Haven and everything like that. You escape, and she heads back to her home base, which is the aquarium, right? Because she just betrayed the wolves. She heads back to the home base with the aquarium, and she sees what's his name? She finds Owen and Mel and the dog killed. She finds them killed, and she's wondering, like, she's crying and wondering why this happened to her, what happened, and she ends up finding a map that Ellie left. Oh, why'd she leave that map? Why'd she leave that map? She messed up right there. I understand why the story plot, why it has to be there, but like, but she messed up. So Abby and Lev, they're gonna get revenge. Particularly Abby. She finds Ellie's hideout. And you're playing as Abby this whole entire time. Not playing as Ellie at all. Playing as Abby this whole entire time right now. You get the drop on Tommy. You point a gun at him. Tommy try to fight you back. Tommy gets shot in the arrow by Lev because he's an expert at shooting arrows. He's a Seraphite. He goes down. Remind you, Jesse's dead. Next thing you know, Tommy gets shot in the head, like through the temple. He gets shot in the temple. He's dead, right? In my mind, I'm like, he's dead. He is dead. Dude, Tommy just got killed. What the heck? So next thing you know, we're still playing as Abby. We gotta chase Ellie now through the theater. We're chasing her. She's shooting us. I'm looking like, is this really happening? Like, are we really playing as Abby? Like, what the heck is going on? Like, why are we playing as Abby? Why are we playing as Abby? Why are we playing as Abby? I'm really thinking at this point in the part of the game, we're going to switch to Ellie to play as her. But we don't. We're still playing as Abby. Why are we doing this, Naughty Dog? And I felt bad playing as her because I don't really want to play with her. So, we're fighting Ellie. It's like 2 fight scenes in this whole theater. One is in the top part. We find Ellie, and Abby is beating her up pretty much. However, you go through the floor, you get to the bottom level of the theater, and next thing you know, you're finding Ellie. And Ellie, you can't just go up on her and just fight her straight up. You gotta go behind her, because if you do, it's an insta kill right away. You die quick and fast. She's an expert killer. She has all the weapons. You don't have nothing but bottles and fists. So as you try to fight Ellie, Abby is beating her up bad and brutal. I mean, yeah, Ellie got some hits in with some cuts in and stuff, but she's being bad up and brutal. And arms are broken as she's about to kill Ellie. Dina comes in. I'm wondering, like, oh my God, where is Dina at? Please save Ellie. Please don't let us kill Abby. Kill Ellie. We're not trying to kill her. I love Ellie. Next thing you know, Dina comes in trying to save Abby. She's slicing up Abby up. It's not enough though, because she's pregnant, and she's beating up Dina too, beating her up too, and she's banging her head on the dashboard on the ground, and she's about to slice her throat. But Ellie says stop. She's not a part of this. She had nothing to do with this. She's innocent. And don't forget now, Abby is thinking that Tommy killed all her friends. I do think she think Ellie did it too, but reality, she wanted to kill Tommy and Ellie. She didn't, Dina. She just came out of nowhere. She came out of nowhere, and Jesse. They just have to call the crossfire. They're innocent. So she ends up stopping because Lab told her to stop, and she stops. But she tells Ellie, "Don't come after me. I never want to see you again." And Ellie looks sad. This was I didn't like that. Ellie lost. She lost that fight. After all that, she lost. She lost that battle. So a year later passed. We see Abby on a farm. Ellie on a farm. They look pretty cool and peaceful, and things like that. And somebody shows up on the farm. It was Tommy. Tommy's alive. He got a bad eye though. He got his eyes messed up. He got a beat up leg. He can't really hardly walk, and he has a map. He said, "Hey, I've been looking for the area, and look, I found her. Look, I found this woman. I found her in California, built like an ox, as he described, and is saying that this got to be her. This got to be her." And Ellie's like, Ellie don't know. Ellie like, she doesn't know what she wants to do. She's undecided because it cost her so much. She already lost so much, but she still has that revenge. She still feels like she has to avenge Joel's death. Even me, as the person playing as a character, I'm feeling like, dude, we gotta finish this mission. We gotta finish the revenge plot. That's the whole point of the story, is to seek revenge at any cost. In my opinion, that's how I play. Seek revenge at any cost, no matter what happens. That's what made the story crazy. But she's undecided. Tommy didn't like that. He didn't get an answer from her saying, "Hey, look, you say you're gonna make her pay. You didn't do it. You gotta finish this job. I lost everything because of this. You owe me, pretty much." And this wasn't really Tommy's character, but I can see how this changed up because he lost his brother, he lost his wife, he's not married anymore. He's going blind in one eye, I believe. He has head damage. He has a beat up leg. He's not gonna be the same after this no more. Tommy's a different man now, which is scary in my opinion. And so, and it remind you now, Ellie is having PTSDs because in the farm, in one particular scene, this farm scene, she goes in a barn, and the sheep, the sheep is, the cattle. The cattle is the little sheep, whatever, hits the little pot, whatever. It makes a certain sound and falls over, and the door closes in the barn, and it's dark, and all she can picture is Joel screaming in that room, and she's trying to save him, but she can't open the door. That's a legit PTSD moment. That's what really happens, you guys. And she can't get over his death. She can't, which I can't. I'm the player. I want to kill Abby. We gotta finish the mission. So, as she wakes up in the middle of the night, she can't sleep. She's closing the window. She just can't sleep, and she's ending up packing bags up, going ahead to California to go kill Abby. And Dina finds out, like, hey, what are you doing? You know, let's go back to bed, sleep it off. She's like, no, I can't. You know, and Ellie has to make a big decision whether to stay with Dina or go to California and go kill Abby. Now, this part of the game right here, this part of the game got me intense. The Abby story, not so much. This game right here, right now, I'm at 8 out of 10 right now with this game right here so far. 8 out of 10. Not the best game, but it's okay. Story is alright. Okay, let's just see what happens. So we finally get to California. We switch to playing as Abby now. We go to Abby. We're in Santa Barbara. She's trying to locate the Firefly because Owen wanted to go out there and escape, go to the Fireflies to find them again. So she's doing this for Owen to believe in Fireflies again. So as she found this one particular building, she actually find the Fireflies on the radio, saying where the location was. But as she escapes the house, this group of men just jump her. I mean, big dudes come in, just jump her, beat her up, beat Lev up. This one big guy just knocked Lev out. Boom, knock him out. They called them the Rattlers or something like that. It's a particular group in the California group, whatever, in Santa Barbara. So she gets captured. We don't know what happens to Abby. We switch back to Ellie. Ellie's in Santa Barbara now. She's on the hunt for Abby. She finally meets the runners, and in fact they ever killed them too. But she finally meets the Rattlers, which they capture Ellie as well. Well, set a trap for her. She gets stabbed in the side, and when she gets stabbed in the side, she's bleeding out pretty much. She's unconscious. She wakes up. They see her, and they talking junk to her. And she pretty much talking junk to them, baiting into them, tricking them, not knowing that she's immune to the infected. And what they had is a clicker. They had a runner there. Well, they had a clicker there. And what happened is she drags the guy. She drags the guy into a clicker, which was very smart. And she tricks him, and she got bitten. And the guy got bitten. He's pretty much gonna die. The other guy got shot. The big guy got shot. Who knocked out Lev got shot. And he's like, wait. Look, you'll make it. I know who Abby is. You can go find her. Thinking that she's gonna die because she got bit, not knowing that she's immune. She didn't tell her, but she shot him anyway once she get the information up. So as you find through Abby, through this whole area of Santa Barbara, in this little prison area, you see the prisoners, you see the infected. They're holding the infected as hostages. It's pretty stupid. But you know what's crazy about this part of the game? You get to shoot the chains of the infected that are on chains, and you can make them go attack humans, which is crazy. You can make the infected fight the humans, which is good. I love the part of the game. You know, that's pretty. Naughty Dog really uses their environment. A1 with the gameplay. But as you do that, you finally find the prisoners first. You free them, but you find Abby on this beach, tied up, hung up with her arms up, high up, and you find these bodies, these dead bodies everywhere. You know, that have been pretty much eaten alive, beat up pretty bad, starving to death. You find her, and Abby's like, please help me. You know, Karma basically got her back for what she did, pretty much. And you get to see her body hung up, and Ellie's just in shock. She's like, whoa, like, this girl has been through hell, pretty much. And she untied her down, and Abby's like, she's happy that she's not really happy, but like, she's just shocked to see her. She had tied down, and they say no, she frees Lev, and they go to the boat. You know, Abby's telling Ellie, hey, look, there's a boat over here. She's trying to get off this island because she's been through hell on earth. She's ready to get off this island. She's been there for months, pretty much almost finna die. So, but as they're on separate boats now. Remind you, there's two boats. Abby goes to her boat, Ellie goes to her boat. As they go into each other's boat, Abby has another moment, another image of Joel beaten to death. Like, she sees him blooded out in her mind, and she can't let it go. I can't let it go as a player. I'm looking like, we gotta finish this mission. We gotta kill her at any cost. This is what we gotta do. So we fight. You know, we're about to fight. Before we fought, she threatens Lev because Abby didn't want to fight. Abby didn't want to do it. And, you know, Abby's saying she's not a part. You know, Lev's not a part of this. But Ellie says, you made them a part of this. Between me and you. So he a part of this now. So he threatens Lev with a knife, and Abby tries to attack Ellie. They're fighting. You get to fight as Ellie now. Now you're Ellie playing as Ellie, and you're fighting. You're cutting up Abby and everything. You cutting her up, and it's brutal. I mean, this is a brutal fight scene, which is a pretty good fight scene. Good fight scene, not at all. Good fight scene. Brutal. And what happened is you get to What happened is that you get to as you're stabbing Ellie, as you're stabbing Abby, you get to a point where you're finna choke her. You're trying to choke her out underwater. This is the part where Naughty Dog lost me right here. This ending could have made up for the game for the most part. If they, as you're choking out Abby bites off Ellie's fingers, which was crazy, and you're still choking out as Ellie, but Ellie choking out as Abby. You choking Abby out with Ellie, and as you choking her out, you get to see the part where she flashes back to Joel as seeing Joel playing the guitar, and she's about to kill her. I'm like, please don't let up. In my mind, I'm like, please don't let up. Please don't do this to me. I just been through all this stuff, and you tell me I can't kill this girl? And she lets up off of her because she's trying to forgive. She's trying to move forward. You know, she wants to forgive, not necessarily forgive Abby for what she did, but forgive Joel because she thinks that Joel doesn't want that. Now, in my mind, overall, I don't think Joel would have want that for her, you know, because she's not a ruthless killer like him. She didn't want to become, you know, I don't think Joel wanted to become, when Ellie become that ruthless, but this is a revenge story. You know, it's supposed to change you. And I felt bittersweet. We didn't accomplish anything. We just lost, pretty much. Abby rolls off on the boat with Lev. Yeah, she lost her friends and stuff, but this is really about Ellie. This is Ellie's story, not really an Abby story. This is about Ellie because, you know, she finds the truth about the cure. You know, not Joel lying to her and stuff, protecting her. And we go to a flashback scene where it shows you how Ellie talks to Joel about not him telling the truth and saying that she was supposed to die on that table, you know, and she took that from him because she thought her life would have mean something. But in my opinion, I don't think her life would mean anything, you know. I think that if she would have died, we don't know if the cure would have worked or not. We don't know. It's too big of a risk. So even Joel said if he had to do it all over again, if he would do it again, which I believe he would. He would do it 10 out of 10 times because he loved her that much. And that was the last memory that she ever had of Joel as far as talking to him. And from that next day, he died. She was going to rekindle the spark with him, but he died. You know? And she basically, in a way, kind of forgive Joel in that moment. But in my opinion, I feel like she should have went through with the kill, man. I didn't like how Naughty Dog took that from me. That felt bittersweet ending. And she goes back to the barn. She lost her girlfriend. She lost the baby. She pretty much lost everything with Dina. And she doesn't have nobody. She ended up being alone in the end. Like how she never wanted that for herself. That was one of her biggest fears, is being alone, as she said in the first game, which sucked for her. She ended up being alone, and she can't play the guitar no more because she has no more fingers. Her fingers are gone. She can't play the guitar no more. The one that Joel taught her how to play with the songs, and it is a bittersweet ending, man. A bittersweet ending. So I really didn't like the end of that game. I understood the story. You know, it's consequences for both sides. You try to make it understand both characters, but in my opinion, I feel like if you're gonna play Abby, you might just make a wholly totally different game. You might just make a Last of Us Part 2 just about Abby. If that's the case, then you know you could do different way introducing this character. Abby's a good character, don't get me wrong, but I didn't enjoy playing her because I didn't care about her. I care about Ellie. I care about Ellie and Joel. That's the whole point. My goal was to make revenge. That's how I see it. Somebody killed the person I care about, I'm going crazy. This is the real world. I'm going crazy. Look, wherever it takes. You know, she lost Jesse. She lost her fingers. She lost her girlfriend. You know, Joel was killed. Jesse was killed. Tommy's brutalized. You gotta finish the mission, man. You might as well finish it. You already at the end. And I didn't like how Naughty Dog did that for us. So pretty much that's the end of the story. Last of Us Part 2. I do think there'll be another game though. I do want to see another Last of Us game. I don't know if it should be Ellie and Abby should be in it though. No more Abby and Ellie. I want to see Tommy, man. This is a big twister for me. If you watch this video, if you've been watching so far, this video's kind of long, but I want to see Tommy in this game. I believe he should play as Tommy in the DLC. In a DLC or in part 3. I want to see Tommy or a prequel. Either a prequel of Joel and Tommy or just Tommy and somebody else on his journey now. Because he still has revenge. Ellie has been healed. She's done, I guess. Whatever. But Tommy is still lust for blood. He's dangerous. He's not going to stop. I want to see Tommy in the DLC. I feel like he need to play his story out or play his part of the story that we didn't get a chance to see how his thoughts of with Joel, whatever, and play his side of the story because he deserves a game for himself. Because I feel like he's gonna go after. I feel like he's gonna go after Abby on his own because once he's healed back to form, somewhat, he gonna try to make the own trip for himself because he ain't done. Trust me, Tommy's not done. I don't think he's done. In my opinion, I think that'd be a good part of the story to see Tommy go against Abby if they want to do that. But that's the only idea I got for the game. In my opinion, the game was okay. Graphics were good, gameplay were good, story not so much. I'm not too disappointed in the story. I don't like the Joel beat down. The two biggest things I don't like about was the ending of the game because we didn't accomplish anything. We just learned a lesson about revenge, but we really didn't seek revenge, which is crazy. We didn't complete no revenge cycle. Abby did, but not Ellie. Not only that, Joel's death, I didn't mind Joel dying. That wasn't a big issue. It's just how he died. I felt like he could have died a better way, in a more meaningful way for Ellie. You know, a better way because this has been 7 years, Naughty Dog. You gotta do better than that, man. I mean, people waiting for 7 years to play this game. You can't kill him off like that, man. Come on now, that's bad. You can kill him off, but don't kill him off like that. Like he just don't mean nothing to nobody. And the third thing I didn't like about the game, that playing as Abby. Didn't like about the game playing as Abby, man. I feel like most of that stuff was a waste of time. I feel like you could have just played as Tommy. To be honest, play as Tommy. You could have played as him and see his past. See how him and Joe were brutal. That would have been better, actually, in my opinion. Switch back and forth between Tommy and Ellie. That would have been cool. And then eventually two characters will meet up at some point. You could have did a better way because in Last of Us Part 1 you play as two protagonists, Ellie and Joel. But in Last of Us Part 2 you playing as a protagonist and an antagonist in your own head. You know, on both sides. And most people are gonna stick with Ellie. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're going to see Abby's story, but most people are not going to care about that because it came from Joel and Ellie. I mean, but that's their game. That's their story. I give this game a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, man. I really love Last of Us Part 1, man. Last of Us, the first one, was 10 out of 10, man. Didn't have the best gameplay, but, man, the story was so good. It overwritten the gameplay and the graphics, man. This game right here, graphics was on point and gameplay on point. Story wasn't so much, man, but this game was about story driven though. So you gotta know that first. Game 7 out of 10, man. Hopefully Naughty Dog makes a better game after this. If not, drop it. You know, whatever. But hey, it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of Last of Us Part 2. This is kind of it's my first review, so it's kind of long. I'll do better on making reviews shorter if I can. But I really want to go in detail about this game. I may miss some parts, but if I did, just let me know in the comments. And hopefully you guys watched the whole video. If you didn't, that's fine. I understand. But if you guys enjoyed the review, man, hit the like button. If you guys enjoyed the review, hit this like button. Don't forget to comment, subscribe. Peace. Y'all have a great day. Thank you for watching.